Communication is so important, not only in partnerships, but certainly as long-term partnerships evolve. What's great about the relationship is that the brands have both evolved over the course of the partnership. You have the opportunity to try new things, so I think that allows us to be fresh, to make it interesting and entertaining for the audience, but it also allows us to push and never sit still.
Well, I think it's the guys at Absolute Radio who know their audience really well, so we've got to trust in them to know how to make the content appropriate. We've got a really good creative platform here. We have our trade audiences like a bit of banter, we've got DIYers who would like to challenge you about what Wickes is about.
Sometimes the chemistry and the fit is just right between the brand and the show, and that's definitely the case with Wickes and the Christian O'Connell Breakfast Show. Nearly everyone who listens to the show lives in a home, whether they own it or rent it, so there's some relevance to the audience. Obviously the trade element is a bit more specific, but I think the other point, and it's really key in this partnership, is that the quality of the content that we are producing, that it fits into the show seamlessly. So if you think about a feature like Tool Do You Do, where our audience phone up and imitate power tools to win them on air, it's just fantastic. It's incredibly funny.
No. Wasted everyone's time with that one.
We were doing a thing where listeners had their bucket list items ticked, and one listener wanted to drive a tank and crush a house. And obviously we couldn't do that, but Wickes said, well, called up that day and said, well, we can provide you with sheds for the tank to crush. And automatically they become part of an on-air story arc. So they get additional value, they get added mentions, and they help us to make the show better. And I think it's the fact that our listeners and Wickes customers, it's a symbiotic audience, and I think the fact that Wickes have got the same brand values and the same irreverence and sense of mischief as Absolute is what's helped to catapult it.
We find that a relationship with Absolute Radio allows us to bring any brief we like on a quarterly basis or a monthly basis, and the guys are really, really good at taking that and responding it and making something appropriate to the show.
In any media relationship, I think it's about understanding priorities and having a really honest, open dialogue. Key thing about that is that what it enables you to do is really focus on what's working well, but then be really honest about what's not working, and you can change that up.